My name is Walter Jenkins, and I'm covering our water fuel. It's a new process to convert water into a replacement for fossil fuels, and it has nothing to do with electrolysis or any prior art. It's very different, very new, and that's what I do. So I like this conference. It's a good conference. I meet a lot of nice people, good inventors, learn a lot of very high-tech stuff that's off the charts and not limited by academic prejudice and paradigms. And if you want to think outside the box and learn about new tech that's really out of the box, this is a good place to go. Well, I got invited to speak here, and I came here in 2017 and presented, and I'm updating our new technologies and our new company growth and lots of things and changes in our technology and our upcoming some good news I'm going to break tomorrow. Well, you'll learn that the fossil fuels can be totally replaced by water now with a new technology that is a way to make water into a replacement for all fossil fuels, and that's about 99% cleaner and pretty close to 99% cheaper, less cost, and it runs in any engine, turbine, diesel, gasoline, and also good news for our shareholders. Our share price went up from $1 to $20 in a big spike in April, and it looks like it's going to go even higher. So what will people learn tomorrow? They'll learn about a new project we have. We're launching it in next July. We may even come through here. Is an RV bus motorhome. We're going to travel from Tampa, Florida to Washington, D.C., and from D.C. to Silicon Valley, and we're going to be presenting at either Stanford or another Masonic hall nearby. And what we're presenting is the trip, the documentary film footage of that RV bus's journey and its stops along the way to speak with governors and Congress and news media, and we'll be streaming the trip by satellite live to the world. And the unique thing about this trip is that the bus has been equipped with our water-to-fuel conversion system, and we will not be making any fuel stops. The entire trip will be documented with time-lapse cameras covering every aspect, visible aspect of the bus. The bus will make no fuel stops. It will extract water from the atmosphere, and it will supply all the fuel needs of that bus across the U.S. and back. And the purpose of that trip is to demonstrate to the world in a way we can bypass mainstream media, because our technology has been extremely suppressed. You've heard in Congress about the big tech companies, Google and the rest, and LinkedIn and Facebook and a few others. They actually delisted us and did a lot of things to get rid of our presence on the web, and violated our rights, I believe. And so I contacted some Congress people, and now we got a whole movement going, because they're not only doing that to new tech like I have, but a lot of other people, a lot of conservatives they're taking down. And finally they started playing around with taking and getting rid of President Trump's communications with the global access. And I think they kind of overstepped their bounds there, and I'd like to see some justice done about that personally. But the main part of the trip is, or the reason for the trip, is to have publicity to show the world that there is a solution to climate change, and it can replace fossil fuels overnight if we wanted to, but even with a slow gradual changeover, it's possible to run any vehicle on water and extract it from the air if you need to. In the case of marine engines, we can bring up seawater, remove the energy from it in the fuel capacity, put the water back very clean with a zero footprint and no toxic waste and no harm to microorganisms living in the seawater. And we can run ships back and forth between any continent or anywhere on the ocean. And as well, we have a new system design, which is not yet implemented, but it will be soon, where we can extract water from the air. And so if you have a Learjet or you have a commercial jet or you're a big commercial airline, you can run your planes on fuel that is water taken from the atmosphere and converted to fuel. That has many, many benefits. Not only is the cost factor about 1% of what it is with fossil fuels and avgas, but it allows the range to be unlimited of planes, military or civilian. And it also, if a plane, let's say a commercial airliner crashed, it would not explode. The plane would not have a fuel fire because the system carries water in a tank, and it allows that to be converted to a burnable fuel on demand in a very small conversion box. And there's no more flammable fuel than what's in that box, and that's not enough to really do much damage. And so the technology has a lot of wide applications, and we're just starting to really get a good grasp of how much change that's going to bring for the better to the world going forward and to a new generation. And we see a lot of kids in the street protesting and looking for solutions. Well, we have it. The problem is there's a lot of people out there that don't want it out there, so it's very hard to hear about it. So hopefully the bus tour will solve that. The website is H as in hydrogen, the number 2, and G is in good, and E is in energy, so h2ge.com. And you can also go to the older website, and they both go to the same website. It's H, the number 4, and the word gas, h4gas.com. And there's a lot of information on there and videos showing an engine running on 99% water and 1% fossil fuel. And there's an awful lot of other technical information about our systems and our projects. And the water bus tour is on there. Also, we have a GoFundMe, and I don't have the address with me, but it's on that website. And if you contribute to the GoFundMe, which was a chance to get the members of the public invested in what we're doing, so we're putting up several $1 million to do this project with the water bus going across America. And we're on the GoFundMe site, we're just looking at maybe raising under 300,000, 290, something like that. So we decided let's let the public participate in this. So if you get on there and donate $100, you'll be guaranteed to be in the documentary and on the streaming satellite 24/7 reality show that we're going to run from the bus. And also, if you put like 500, then you not only get in the documentary, but you get a speaking part, and you get to ride from at least one city to another, and with the bus, and be in that part of the documentary and the streaming show. And you'll participate in helping change the world, and also doing something good for future generations, because our fuel, water fuel, is about 99% less toxic emissions than any fossil fuel. And also, it can run any internal combustion engine that exists now with very few minor modifications. You don't really have to produce a new engine or wait 10 years for it to hit the streets. It's proven now, it runs. And we show on our website, scooters and generators running on it. So.
Oh, yes. I was here last year. My name is first Larry Nutt. I'm only the assistant, you call it that, or the shadow of Walter Jenkins, probably the smartest man I know in America. Why is he so smart? Well, he's invented something that could literally change the world as we know it. I mean, in such a way that the Europeans are begging for it. The Canadians have already gave him a patent. The rest of the world don't know about it yet, but the Americans do know in a small way, but no patent yet. But it's coming. He can take water and replace water instead of fossil fuel, gasoline, diesel, all of that, and do the same thing that fossil fuel does in your automobile, your trucks, pollute, diesel, fumes. Also, ships that float on their fuel that they're using. They float on their own fuel, and they do not harm the organisms that are in the water when they do it, to extract energy from water. It's patent pending, United States. and 60 other countries in the world. But there's a thumb on things. And you have to be brave, Walter. I'm only your shadow, remember. I follow you and I go with you because I love you. I care about you. You know the other people that were in our group, and they're all dead. Milton, Devon, we love them too. But we have a message, and you do have a message, Walter. You've turned down millions and millions of dollars because they would not take it to the world. And you want to take it to the world. And as of next June, July, you're going to do that. And that's your message. I'm not going to steal that show. It'll be on here tomorrow. And I want you to have all the glory because you are taking it to the people. The people can outrule the oil companies. We've got them outnumbered. All we have to do is speak up and tell them we want what you got. So Walter, please outdo me what I'm saying here. A lot more. Because really, the people will love you once you get it out there and not die doing it. Remember, you've turned down so much so far, do not give up. I'm with you too, Walter, and you know that. Even if I'm gone. And your idea, if they take you out, tell them about it. There's a plan. And that's all I want to say because I don't want to steal his show. Sayonara, sign off. Larry Nutt.